Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. The momentary switch came in for Motion Raceworks, so we have the MSD two-step 100% installed finally. And the race tracks are opening up in Indiana. I think May 15th is the first test and tune day. Don't know exactly when I'll go, considering they're trying to charge 75 bucks for tech cards, which I get it. You know, they've been closed for so long, they need to make some money back. But considering they're only going to be allowing 25 people in for the time being, it would suck to go out there and wait to never get in. So we'll probably wait a little bit and hopefully hit it up. I think stuff in Indiana is supposed to be like 60 or 50% capacity by June, July, something like that. But anyway, enough of that. The switch is in. It actually looks and feels pretty good. Not sure how I feel about the wire yet, but we'll take a look at it. And yeah. All right, as you can see, my favorite line. Got it wired in. It's actually not bad at all. You know, if you like to drive with your hand right there, it doesn't really interfere. Pretty solid mount. I did put some blue Loctite on it. Literally, you take off your airbag with the I use the Allen, a long enough Allen key. You can get the little locks. I forget what they call them, but anyway, you can get the little locks to release. Then you can slide the airbag out. And then all you have to do is take off this driver control right here, which is two. I want to say hex head, not hex head, but it's the little star. I forget what they call them. I always forget what they're called. But anyway, yeah, and then there's a little hole you can mount it through. The site did say that these were for the paddle shifters, but obviously with the MT82 you're not gonna have paddle shifters. And then you're gonna have to so I don't know, well, you can see that, but you're gonna have to trim the steering wheel cover right here to fit around the bracket, which isn't bad. I mean, I could probably did a little cleaner, but I didn't take the steering wheel off to install this. I should have. Could have probably got a nice cleaner cut to it, but no one's gonna see it, and it's a race car. If I ever get tired of it, I'll just buy a new steering wheel or upgrade to a GT350 steering wheel and get the new backing cover. So yeah, that's the Motion Raceworks switch. It's actually really cool. I like it. There we go, focus. It's very convenient. Instead of having it wired down to the clutch, it makes everything easier. You know, you don't have to worry about it, you know, activating while you're driving on the road or something, even though, you know, it probably shouldn't, but you never know. So I just opted to upgrade for that. It was $100 shipped to my door. Can't complain. Yeah, we got a nice clean install. The only thing I don't really like about it is the wire, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. So it's pretty good. It doesn't really distract you. I tried to run it other ways, but every time it would turn my blinkers on or turn my wipers on. So yeah, that's the switch. So actually, that wasn't the whole purpose for today's video. Actually, I been looking into getting a new project. Since the car is almost done, the obvious thing would be to get another project. So I mean, the only thing I really need to do to that is clutch, shifter, axles, driveline, what else? Transmission. Eventually would like to either do a TH400 swap on it or a built Calimer transmission for it. But we're gonna let it stay how it is for now. And until then, I picked up something else actually to work on. They do put them in Fox bodies a lot. I've seen them in, they put them in a lot of stuff. It is not a Coyote. I was looking at Coyote to do a Coyote swap on something, but the price of a Coyote is just, it's not budget friendly. It's pretty expensive actually. So what I ended up doing was picking up a used 5.3 LS from a buddy. I actually got the block and the crank pretty cheap. Crank needs to be ground. It's got some spun a bearing and another motor, so it's crank from a different motor, and then I have the 5.3 block that was from the good crank he stole out of it. So anyway, we're gonna get the crank ground down, machined. I've been looking at Gen 4 rods and pistons. This is gonna be like 100% budget build. Nothing expensive. So yeah, the plan is to take it to a machine shop and have them grind the crank down, fix it up, and probably balance the rotating assembly and stuff. I've been looking at Gen 4 rods and pistons, like I said. Actually pretty cheap. Found a couple on eBay. The plan is to do a complete budget build. So like it's gonna be all budget stuff, budget friendly stuff. Whatever I can do to keep the costs down. Trying to aim at make 8, 9, maybe 1,000 wheel horsepower on this engine with some turbos, of course. Don't know what I want to swap it into yet. I've been looking at a lot of Fox bodies. It's easy to find them with rust. So if I could find a decent one, I wouldn't mind doing it in a Fox body. I do like the notchbacks. It's one of my favorite cars. So if I could find a good notchback, I wouldn't mind putting it in there. I've also considered trying to find like a Silverado, a single cab Silverado. I wouldn't mind putting it in a truck, honestly. Nice little single cab Silverado or Sierra or something. So I don't know what I want to put in yet, but for now I'm just going to focus on getting it together, building it. It'll be my first engine. First engine in a long time that I've actually built. I've only ever built, I rebuilt like a Chrysler. I think they were 2.2 or 2.4 liter. It was a long time ago. Way long time ago. Anyway, I want to clean this up. I bought the little dingleberry hone. Dingleberries. I bought the dingleberry hone off Amazon. So that's going to be the project for today. I want to hone it out. The cylinders, they actually don't look too bad. We'll take a look at them here real quick. They don't look too bad. So we'll get those cleaned up. I might have the machine shop. There's a engine building shop, machine shop, whatever you want to call them, that specializes in race engines. They have a hot tank. So I might take it to them to hot tank this if I can't get it too clean. So let's take a look at it. We'll hone out the cylinders. That's actually going to be, I already tried it on one cylinder, so it actually came out pretty good. And all the cylinders should hopefully come out the same. So let's take a look at them, and then we'll get to honing the cylinders with the dingleberry. So probably won't be able to see it too well, but that's the cylinder I cleaned earlier. It actually came out really good. Had a bunch of crud on it like that one. Right there you can see that it's not too bad. But yeah, there's really no deep grooves in any of the cylinders. Came out of a truck apparently. I want to say like it's an early iron block. Came out of a truck. My buddy, his brother actually bought it. He needed it for the crank. His crank, he spun a bearing, so he bought it to get the crank out of it, and ended up selling me the block pretty cheap. I got the block and the crank for $100, so couldn't really beat it. And then I actually picked up some 317 heads. I picked them up for $80. Nothing wrong with them. Even came with the valve springs and everything. Came with some bolts too, some extra hardware. So I just got to clean those up. No cracks or anything in those. Actually lucked out really good. So I'll set up the camera and we'll get to honing out these cylinders and making them look pretty again. So that's as far as I got. The battery on the Milwaukee, the bigger Milwaukee died, and the little Milwaukee ain't cutting it. So we'll take a look at the cylinders. I'll show you how I got them. Probably gonna have to hit them one more time before they are looking decent. But there's nothing that catches my nail or anything when I run it in there. So I'm pretty sure this block is usable. When we take it to the machine shop to get cleaned, I'll know 100%. Maybe if they have to bore it out, they have to bore it out. But I doubt they do. It looks pretty good. Like I said, nothing catches your fingernail when you're running the cylinders. It just needs to be cleaned pretty good. There's some rust in the water jackets and stuff. So let's take a look at it and see how well the Dingleberry hone works for 40 bucks. All right, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see in there, but it cleans it up pretty good. So it went from looking like those, as you can see, went from looking like those, and now they are pretty polished. Probably have to hit it again to get the that build up down there. But yeah, it's came out pretty good. This side again, we'll have to hit this side one more time. That's dirty. Didn't do a good job of cleaning it out. So yeah, we're going to see. This is what I was talking about. You can see it doesn't catch the nail, but it does look ugly. So it feels smooth, doesn't feel bad or anything. So I'm gonna let the battery charge. I might go pick up another battery actually, so that I can charge one while I'm using one. But yeah, that's pretty much the plans for this is to do a budget build LS, swap Fox body or Silverado, or something. It wouldn't be an LS swap Silverado because it came with it. But I'm looking for a Fox body. I would love to do a Fox body. That makes some serious power on a very good budget. So yeah, thanks for watching. We didn't get too far in this video. Next video, we'll probably take it up to the machine shop. Next video, we'll try to clean up the heads a little bit. Been looking online how to do that. I think I found a pretty good way to clean them up and not worry too much about the aluminum or anything. I do need to figure out how to get those valves out. I might have to order a tool or something for that. So next video, we'll do the heads. Probably clean the block up a little more before we actually take it to the machine shop, just to see what we're working with. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're interested in building an LS, this will be my first motor I ever built. I have a book actually I bought off Amazon. It's in the house. I don't feel like going to get it. But yeah, stay tuned. Keep watching. Watch out for the next video. And I'll see you guys then.